I was around a great owner, Mr. Kraft.
Yeah, Robert's cool.
And, he was at the facility every day.
Was he?
He was at every team meeting. He was in the meetings. He was doing his thing. He had, Kraft Enterprise in the area that we were at above our locker room. So he was always around. Were you that type of owner?
At the
clearly
beginning more. Yeah. At the beginning more. Like when I first got there, I'm like 41 years old, I think. And I still hoop like 5 times a week at that time, right? And so I just wanted to be anywhere where they're playing ball, right? But I also had to learn the business. So I would spend a lot of time there just trying to figure things out and trying to understand. I didn't come in with my own group. I kept everybody that was there, for better or worse, and just tried to connect. I think there were a couple things that were the most important to me. One was connecting to the players, because I wanted to understand what made it work. Because, not being a high level athlete, but just at least someone who's been in the locker room, I understood that chemistry was everything. And if you didn't have players that could play together or respected the organization, it wasn't going to work. And it gave me a chance to learn from guys like, not just Dirk, but Michael Finley, Steve Nash, Cedric Sabalas, Sean Rooks, Hubert Davis, guys that were on the roster that I would sit and just talk to them. I was sitting on the plane and just talk to them. And I would just learn and learn and learn. And then I, dove in terms of the business side, in terms of the front office side as well, where like I remember sitting in meetings with our general manager and him talking about deals. I'm like, you just watch, I'll get it done. And he was like, that's typically not what happens. Owners I'm like, let me do my thing. And literally I was calling other general managers, would you do this trade? Would you just do? I was loving life, right? It was like a fantasy team for me. And I remember doing a trade with not Hubert. Oh my God, called Jelly Roll. I forget the player's name, but it was a 7-team trade, and just making all these pieces together and getting all these things to work. And that, to me, that was just like heaven.
Yeah.
And then I guess the other thing that really got me started, when I got there, I was going through the numbers, and we spent more on software support and PC training than we did on player development. And we had like 4 coaches, which was normal. And I'm like, this is ridiculous, right? These guys were paying them, hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars, and we do nothing to make them better.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, go to all former Mavs who want to get back in the industry, because you know how it is. Guy's done playing, he wants to get back in somewhere along the line. And I'm like, hire them all, pay them like $15,000, $25,000. It's not to make money, but they're each going to have a guy that they do workouts for and do development for. And I got destroyed. Other owners were like, what the hell are you doing? You're going to change our costs.
Pioneer.
Yeah.
Because now that everyone's investing.
Everybody's
that's such a huge thing. The rookie symposiums and
all that stuff.
A lot of people don't realize a lot of these guys come from nothing. You dump a bunch of money in their lap and a lot of time.
Court, and they don't know how to be pros.
Don't know how to be pros.
Right. And that's the hard part.
Your sport is younger. These guys are 19, 18.
And barely went to school when they went to school, right?
Exactly.
Where you guys, for the most part, 3 or 4 years.
You have to do 3. You have to do 3.
Yeah. And so back then, it was like there was no player development. Now we've got, we have interns that are there just to rebound. We've got, 8 player development coaches, whatever it is. It may even be more.
Yeah.
But back then, they were like, you're an idiot. You're ruining the game. Other owners were yelling at me. I mean, you name it.
Anything different. That's how it always is. And then you
got to try to get an edge. Anything you can do to get an edge.
Anything you can do to get an edge.